Good morning. I just wanted to say hello and welcome back to Alberta Prepper. And I just wanted to let you know that it's exciting. I've made a few videos and I'm not sure uh, how they're received, but it didn't, again, like I said, I didn't make it for to make money or to do anything. It was just something I wanted to do and try and get myself out there and do something that makes me less nervous. I'm not a big public speaker. I enjoy being in the background. That's the type of work I do for myself is background. And it's nice to be able to do something outside the norm. And I'd like to thank y'all for watching, and I'm glad that of those of you who are watching and those who subscribed, I thank you very much. I appreciate it. I hope that you enjoy these little videos. And welcome again to my channel. Um, Today, I wanted to go back to what I had talked about before. It's the end. We're all going to die eventually. Duh. The fact is that survival mode is what most people live on. The reason why is because we don't plan. And a lot of times we don't even know that we should plan or prepare for things or do anything. We just move along as we go along. In many ways, that's a good thing, but in other ways, it's a bad thing. When things go sideways, that's when it becomes a bad thing. Because without plans, without understanding yourself, without understanding the situation, you're going to make some not so good decisions. Sometimes you'll luck out and make an absolutely amazing decision. But most of the time, your decisions will be less than impressive, let's just say. Over time, people have learned that if you don't plan, you're going to fail. But that's not true either. You don't fail. You fail the plan, but you don't fail in life. Because life is just that. It's life. You move from point to point, time goes through, and eventually we all go back to where we became, back to the dust. We try our best. We don't do anything too wild. And some of us succeed wildly, and others succeed absolutely disastrously. But we all live. We all contribute to this world in one way or another. Good, bad, or indifferent. It's a contribution. But what if you could do a little bit more? What if you could get out of that survival mode and become something more than what you were before? How do you get outside of that comfort zone of the survival mode? Because, like any adrenaline type substance, survival mode is addictive. Constant chaos is addictive. How do you get out of that? How do you get your mind back into where it needs to be? Focused on doing things that best help you, your family, your partner, your friends, your neighbors, your community. You do it one step at a time. When my mom passed away, it took me 2 years to get out of that mental state. It could have taken a lot less, but I believe I got addicted to the crisis and the sheer depression that kicked in on top of that. She was my best friend, my confidant, my cheerleader, my everything. And she shouldn't have been. Well, let me rephrase it. She should have been a friend. She should have been a confidant. She should have been a cheerleader, but not my only one. And that's where I went wrong. I wasn't my own cheerleader. I wasn't my own confidant. I wasn't my own everything. I relied on others too much and not on myself enough. Now you ask, well, what do you mean? Well, the thing is that for myself, I went through life with some ups and downs. I would do amazing one moment and then badly another. And then amazing and then bad. And then amazing and then bad. Never once did I sit down and look at myself and say, you're this person. You need to either embrace that or change it. That didn't happen until my mom had passed away. It happened because I needed to. I needed to grow up. I needed to take responsibility of myself. I needed to get out of my survival mode of just living. I had to get busy living and moving on with life. I was too young not to live my life. I was still in my 20s. I was still learning things. So there were many, many years ahead that I needed to do. And I wasn't doing it because I was in survival mode and depression. Two things happened that kicked me out of it. First one was I ended up going back to a church. No, I don't go to church now, but I needed to go. I needed to have the community. I needed to build myself a community. I needed to learn how to build a community. I went there and I made good friends, very close friends. And then I needed to work. Work like I didn't work before. Work with a purpose. Work with meaning. I worked because I just wanted a few things here or there. Or I wanted a car, or I wanted this, or I wanted that, or I didn't work for a purpose. What was that purpose? I had to find that purpose inside me. That purpose was not out there. It was in here, not there. And I didn't know that, but I had to find out the hard way. And it took a long time and it beat the hell out of me. Even to this day, when I look back, it was a lot of pain, a lot of suffering that I put on myself. Because as soon as my mom died, I was nothing in survival mode. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know who I was. I didn't even know why I was there. I didn't even know why I wanted to live. That's a terrible thought. When I was a kid, I would be courageous and do the stupidest things or take on the biggest challenges. When I needed money or I needed something and I had a purpose, I could start a business, get a job. I could do everything and no thought twice. I was successful as a young one. But the moment I got out of university was the time that I lost my sense of being, my sense of purpose, my sense of who I could and was actually. I'm not saying don't go to university. I'm saying don't go there for a purpose, for your purpose. Go there to get some education, some knowledge, but know what your actual purpose is before you go there, because they will strip it out of you and they will wreck you if you don't have it. You'll follow whatever wind blows, and that's no way to go in life. How I got out of it was, once I got that purpose, once I understood what I was wanting to do with my life and where I wanted to go, all of a sudden I became stronger in myself. I wasn't as afraid of losing things or failing. I wanted to live. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to do all kinds of things. But the truth be told, what I really wanted was to be a husband, a father, a friend. I wanted to care about others. And that was my purpose. I didn't need anything, I finally realized, except others. I didn't need anything except the purpose of taking care of others, of being there with others, for others. And when I found that, I embraced it. And I worked myself to that point. Too often we look at things and we go, well, if we have this or if we have that, that would make my life complete. Your life is complete the day you die. That's when you're complete. During that time, you are building your life. You're building who you are. You're building what life is supposed to be. No thing is going to complete your life or you as a person. You complete yourself. You take your good points, you take your bad points, and you look at them and you realize what they are and you embrace them and you go, this is me and it's okay. I'm going to move on. I'm going to do what I can. Some people are natural salespeople. Some people are natural thinkers. Some people are natural givers. Some people are natural takers. Some people are natural lovers. Some people are natural haters. But each one of us has a purpose. And that purpose is whatever you find out it is inside of yourself when you step back. And that's why I say, when it comes to survival mode is you not stepping back and actually looking at what you have and where you actually are in this world. What survival mode is you panicking and trying to hold on to things that you don't even know if you need, want, or desire anymore. You have to, when you are in a crisis, you have to stop yourself from running. You have to stop yourself from fighting. You have to stop yourself from reacting to the event that's happening at that moment. You have to think and sit and understand what's happening. Because your first instinct may not be the right one. Because you're not thinking of the situation as it is, as it really is. What you want to do is you want to take that moment and say, what's happening? Am I in danger? Am I truly in danger? Or am I kind of in danger? Or am I just feeling endangered? If you're feeling endangered, then you have all the time in the world. You have months, weeks, years. If you feel endangered, or you are actually in some kind of danger, you may have hours or days, maybe sometimes weeks. But if you're in imminent danger, you have moments. And that's where survival mode kicks in. And that's when survival mode is needed, is when it's imminent danger. You don't need survival mode if it's not imminent danger. And 99% of the stuff that you're going to go through in life is not imminent danger. Oh no, I have a report due tomorrow. That's not imminent danger. That's a pain in the ass, but that's not imminent danger. Oh no, my car is running low on fuel. I only got a quarter tank. That's not imminent danger. Unless you're 500 kilometers away from the nearest gas station, then that could be an issue. But again, it's not imminent danger. Oh no, I'm in the forest and I'm lost. Again, not imminent danger. But if I'm alone in the forest and I'm lost, and there's a pack of wolves or a bear sitting there looking at me like I'm a meal, that's imminent danger. That's when survival mode needs to kick in. All the rest of the thing is taking a moment, sitting down, and looking at it and saying, is this an imminent danger to me? Or can I work it through? Can I take the moment to sit back, reassess the situation, and attack it in a different way? Don't let your survival mode be your life. That mode should only be used when you're in imminent danger, in actual imminent danger. All the rest of the mode, all the rest of the time, should be you doing introspective and retrospective looks into yourself and understanding, is this really what's happening? If it's not, what can I do to change it? If it is, what do I need to do to create a better situation? Or maybe it's not a bad situation, truthfully. Maybe it's just a change. Losing your job isn't an imminent danger. Yes, it's a pain. Yes, it's stressful. But it's an opportunity to find something new. It's an opportunity to rebuild yourself, to rebrand yourself, to look and see if you really enjoyed what you were doing. If you got laid off or fired from a job and you hated that job, you should be able to look at it and say, that's a blessing, because now I can go find a job that I actually enjoy, or start a business I actually wanted to do, or invent something that I actually thought about that hasn't been invented before. It's a time to look and study, to understand things. Just because chaos happens, just because incidents happen, just because things happen, It's not a time to get into that survival mode. It's a time to be introspective and understand what the situation is truly. And were you actually happy before the situation happened? And if not, now you have a chance to change it. And if you were, now you can figure out a way of making yourself better so that you don't have to go through it in the future. Stop reacting and start acting ahead of time. Stop not preparing. Prepare yourself. Because the same reason why you put a seatbelt on when you're in a car is the same reason why you need to prepare. Because you never know when something might go wrong. But when it does, you need to have something that can protect you during that time so that you can have the chance to think clearly. And thinking clearly is your strongest point in life and your best way to go. So sit back, take a deep breath, look around you, see what you have, know who you are, and make your choice. You got this. Not because you're the greatest person in the world, because you are who you always were. Just an average person with the ability to do things that can make great changes in others' lives or yours. The question is are you willing to take that deep breath and think? Alberta Prepper out.